There's no question that the refugee or migrant crisis that's going on in Europe at the moment is going to change this continent really forever in a more radical way than it's probably been changed in terms of its culture, its ethnic composition, than probably any time in its history. As you know, the situation is that there are tens and hundreds of thousands of mainly Muslim refugees, migrants, whatever, desperate to get somewhere safer than where they are. And so they have come to Europe, and Europe is basically accepting them. What can they do? And so the question we want to look at is, this is a very significant thing that's going on. What's its precise significance in terms of Bible prophecy? Well, I'm not going to argue one way or the other on a sort of secular level, whether this is a good thing, bad thing. I'm simply observing that what's happening is effectively a step towards a Muslim majority in Europe. Because, well, as people are coming in, you can't say no to them. The vast majority of them are Muslims. They're going to have their children who are going to be citizens of whatever country they settle in. And already Islam is growing rampantly in Europe. What's the significance of this? It seems to me that the significance is in the fact that the Bible requires a huge invasion of Israel by her neighbouring powers, by her neighbours, and that invasion is going to be religiously motivated, and her neighbours are pretty solidly Islamic, so the religious motivation is going to be Islamic. And why isn't that happening? Why isn't that happening? It's because the West, and the immediate context of the West for Israel is Western Europe, has been the balancing power. And if they then become basically Muslim, or have such a large Muslim minority that in reality they are going to have to take notice of the Muslim feeling, then Europe is in no way going to be in a position to stop that. And so once that element is out of it, what is to stop? What is to stop a full-blown invasion of Israel by her neighbours, which is the requirement in the end of radical Islam, to take Jerusalem, to take over the land of Israel. So that situation whereby the restraining, balancing Brinkman element, that is of the West, restraining Israel's neighbours from invading her, that is now before our eyes being taken out of the way, and Israel shall be left, in that sense, alone. So I want to look in more detail at the significance of either the fall of the West, or the decline of the West, or the Islamization of the West in terms of Bible prophecy. And as I say, I have no take on the secular dimension to this, good thing, bad thing, whatever, that's not the issue. The issue is that the way is now clearly set for Israel's neighbours to march into Israel and to take over that nation, because there's no way she can stand alone against such a huge number of people, now equipped probably with nuclear weapons, etc. around her. She can't do that. She needs outside help. That outside help before our eyes is now being taken away from her, and therefore the stage, I think, is set in this generation, it seems, for the return of the Lord Jesus.